and gentlemen, welcome to Red Dirt Wrestling presents the Red Dirt Rumble. I am Diamond Jim James Southard. You heard our ring announcer making his debut, Chris Taylor, and now Christopher Morrison, the Oklahoma Strangler and UWO champion, is making his way to the ring and not making any friends with any of our camera operators tonight. Now asking our ring announcer, Chris Taylor, who are you? I know it's his debut, Morrison, but he's here to announce he's not here to fight. That is a determined and focused UWO champion in Christopher Morrison.
Yay!
Nobody's coming. Back to the home, right?
Only if you dance.
His opponent this evening about to make his way to the ring. That's Mr. Mid-South. We have not seen Mr. Mid-South around Mid-South Wrestling Alliance, around UWO. We haven't seen Mr. Mid-South in quite some time. What a return for Mr. Mid-South, and what an opportunity he has, if he can manage to defeat the UWO champion Christopher Morrison here in singles competition tonight at Red Dirt Wrestling as we're kicking off the action. If he beats him tonight, he's got to be in line for a shot at that UWO championship.
I'm uncomfortable.
Morrison saying he's uncomfortable. The Oklahoma Strangler a bit out of his element here, facing Mr. Mid-South, an opponent he probably wasn't prepared to face. Brent Wall, the owner of UWO and Red Dirt Wrestling, saying that it's Mr. Mid-South, the one and only, the original, the genuine, as you see there, taking down, beautiful double leg takedown there by Mr. Mid-South, and Morrison retreating to the ropes. Christopher Morrison caught off guard a bit here by Mr. Mid-South's technical ability. The Oklahoma Strangler prides himself on his catch-as-catch-can and Greco-Roman stylings. Not used to being taken off his feet like that by Mr. Mid-South. Now a Greco-Roman knuckle lock here. Morrison now into the armbar, trying to bend that elbow. But he's got his own elbow bent there now, and a hammer lock by Mr. Mid-South. Dropping down, hooking that single leg, bringing Mr. Mid-South down. Now it looks like Morrison might be going for the mask there, but Mr. Mid-South sliding out the back with a waist lock. Morrison back around to that arm bar. It seems like that's going to be what he's targeting in this contest, the arms. Mr. Mid-South back around. Morrison trading out to that arm once again. Great amateur wrestling stylings on display here. Both of these men showing great technical prowess. Very scientific matchup so far, but a little bit of a slap there from Morrison. That'll start things going. Now asking Mr. Mid-South, who are you, as he's just raining these slaps down. Mr. Mid-South returning one of his own. Big open hand palm strike. Rocking Mr. Mid-South to the corner, now eating a European uppercut. Forearm to the side of the head. What does Christopher Morrison have in mind here? Mr. Mid-South in the corner. Looks like he's going for an elbow. Mr. Mid-South's firing up. A series of punches have successfully landed, and a third. Ducking the line. Big bionic elbow, baby, if and you will, from Mr. Mid-South. Christopher Morrison up for the body slam, and down. Mr. Mid-South into the pin. One. Only a one count, says Brixton Barricade, our official in our opening RDW contest here. Of course, still to come, the Red Dirt Rumble. The winner of that will receive an opportunity at Christopher Morrison and his UWO title. Beautiful single leg there by Christopher Morrison, attempting for an ankle pick, now going back to the head. That seemed to be his game plan, the arm and the head of Mr. Mid-South. know this has got to frustrate someone like the Oklahoma Strangler to come out and be basically shown up at your own game. But now he's proving exactly why he is the UWO champion. He's staying on Mr. Mid-South and picking him apart scientifically. Now to the knee, the right knee of Mr. Mid-South being stomped, being caused to hyperextend backwards. Morrison still working on that leg, cranking the ankle and the knee. Applying that tension. Morrison's got his ankle hooked here, trying to flip him over perhaps for an ankle lock or a Boston grab. Mr. Mid-South fighting him off. Big clothesline there from Christopher Morrison, taking Mr. Mid-South, knocking him groggy into the ropes and down to the mat. Mr. Mid-South may just about be out of this one. Morrison back to that knee. That right knee has become the focus. It is seemingly the weak spot for Mr. Mid-South, and Morrison knows it. Now just a punch straight to the knee. The hyperextension doesn't hurt, just that jarring blow of the fist. Now the foot stomped right into that knee. Now Morrison switching knees. It seems like he's working his way around the body of Mr. Mid-South, starting at the head, then the arms, now the legs. Mr. Mid-South in a desperate position here. He's got to get to the ropes, get his body underneath him. You see that knee being used to propel Mr. Mid-South further towards those ropes. Brixton barricade right there to see if Mr. Mid-South can reach it. His fingertips touch it. He's got it. Our official starting the count. Morrison letting go at 3. Mr. Mid-South not given the opportunity to get up. Morrison attempted something, but Mr. Mid-South rallies and gets an enziguri into the pinfall. Now Mr. Mid-South, 1, 2, only 2 for Mr. Mid-South. An incredible rally there, finding the strength to break out that enziguri, that kick to the back of the head, and a brutal forearm there from Morrison. Staggers Mr. Mid-South back into the corner. Now just a series of body blows, softening up Mr. Mid-South.
Look at him! Look at him!
Now Morrison draping Mr. Mid-South over the ropes for all the fans to see here at VFW 9265. We encourage you to join us here for RDW wrestling events as well as Unified Wrestling Oklahoma. Like us on Facebook, facebook.com/Unified Wrestling Oklahoma to stay up to date with all our future events. Big body slam there from Morrison. Asking what's his name. He is your UWO champion, Christopher Morrison.
I'm gonna drop him on his head.
Promising now to drop Mr. Mid-South on his head. Attempting that German suplex, no. But he's got that sleeper hold locked in honor of legends like Ed Strangler Lewis. That sleeper hold applied by the Oklahoma Strangler. Look at Mr. Mid-South now. What's he doing? Climbing up those ropes. Back onto Morrison into a pinning combination. 1, 2. Only a 2 count there for Mr. Mid-South. He's cooking now. He's moving. He's flying. He's hitting those ropes. A couple of duck unders there by Mr. Mid-South and a big leaping clothesline. Morrison is staggered. He's trying to find his way to a corner. Mr. Mid-South finds him there with a pair of knees to the chest. Mr. Mid-South now climbing up those ropes in the corner. Going up to the high-risk, high-reward district. Rolling Morrison to his feet. Here comes Mr. Mid-South with the missile drop kick. You've got to get into the pinfall now, Mr. Mid-South. This might be your only opportunity in this contest. Both men down, a count of 4 now. 5 by Brixton Barricade, standing 10 count. Mr. Mid-South, he's crawling towards Christopher Morrison's body. Can he make the pinfall? 1, 2. Only 2 once again from Mr. Mid-South. The UWO champion finds a way to kick out and keep pushing forward. Mid-South missing that enziguri, went to the well perhaps one too many times. That sleeper hold back on. Now Mr. Mid-South into the ropes. There's that German suplex that Christopher Morrison was looking for earlier. The shoulder, head, and neck of Mr. Mid-South. Oh, this is going to be more damage to that neck. Pile driver, courtesy of Brawler Morrison. This has got to be all. Our official now just getting into position. Excuse me, I'm shocked. Only a 2 count, and Morrison pulled him up. It's over. Mr. Mid-South was already out before that sleeper hold was applied by the Oklahoma Strangler. Now refusing to let go of the hold. Despicable behavior by Christopher Morrison here.
The Oklahoma Strangler, Christopher Morrison!
What's he doing now? Holding Mr. Mid-South up for display. This sick man is proud of himself. He is proud of what he just did in that ring. There is a reason he is the UWO champion. He's yelling at Brent Wall, telling him, "This is my house. Bring me some better competition." Mr. Mid-South held his own very, very well against Christopher Morrison in this contest. He has nothing to be ashamed of. Let's throw it back down to our ring announcer, Chris Taylor.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm still feeling that pile driver Mr. Mid-South took.
Oh, yeah.
But that was just the first fight. Y'all having a good time?
Yeah!
Now, are you ready for your second contest? Now, let's keep it going, folks. This following contest, it is scheduled for 1 fall!
We're actually getting ready to make its way to a RDW ring. You see the entrance graphic there. The Midwest Martian Nabira making her way to the ring for some ladies action here at RDW Red Dirt Rumble. Nabira has had some strong showings at RDW and UWO recently. Now she's looking to continue climbing the ranks and perhaps challenge for that UWO Ladies Championship. That championship, something Nabira wants to hold very, very dearly. Every female competitor in UWO has their eyes on Nova Phoenix. She won the Homecoming Queen tournament last year. Of course, the Homecoming Queen tournament coming back this year. We'll have more information on that on our Facebook page. But this woman here, Nova Phoenix, went on after winning the Homecoming tournament to capture that, the UWO Ladies Championship. And what a dominant reign she has been on so far. Crazy Charlie, your official for this contest. Phoenix asking who her opponent is. Obviously, not showing much respect for Nabira, not studying her opponent. Nova Phoenix decided to make this an impromptu title defense for that UWO Ladies Championship. Our first title match of the evening getting underway. A huge shot for Nabira. She wanted to prove herself against the champion and possibly earn a title shot. Nova Phoenix so confident, she says she'll put the title on the line right here tonight at the Red Dirt Rumble. These two locking up dead center of the ring. Nabira pushing back a little bit, but Nova Phoenix, the much stronger competitor in this contest. She's got the size and strength advantage. Nabira really having to fight against the odds in this contest. Locking back up again. Just a strength again. Nabira getting a little bit, but Nova Phoenix just pushing her straight back into the corner. Nova Phoenix taking a bit of umbrage with our referee, Crazy Charlie, here. And his count in the corner. Now going for the choke. Now it's time for Charlie to start counting again. Nova Phoenix out of the far corner, coming back, missing a splash. Nabira taking advantage of the opportunity, delivering a chop and a couple of forearms now. 3, 4, 5. A series of forearms. Nova Phoenix is rocked, building up a little momentum here. Is Nabira, big splash in the corner. Back out again, 3-point stance. Huge splash on Nova Phoenix. Nova just missed a splash of her own just a few short moments ago. Nabira able to capitalize. Nabira now being passed by, eating the big boot of Nova Phoenix. Just stalling that momentum in an instant. Stomping Nabira's midsection, the ribs, the spine. Nabira now being picked up by our ladies champion Nova Phoenix, taken to the far turnbuckle, delivered head and chest first. Now a forearm and a chop, payback from earlier. Phoenix now with a series of kicks and choking out Nabira in the corner. Nabira back up to her feet here. Phoenix, short arms. Look at Nabira, she's almost gone limp here. Face buster there. Flat of the face and nose. 1, 2, 3. There it is. Crazy Charlie counting the pinfall. And still UWO Ladies Champion Nova
And your
Phoenix.
Winner, and still the UWO Women's Champion Nova.
Yeah!
Nova Phoenix, the UWO Ladies Champion, demanding that Crazy Charlie get Nabira out of her ring. And who on the women's roster can challenge Nova Phoenix? It has been her ring. It has been since she won the Homecoming Queen tournament. It's been since she won the tournament to become the UWO Ladies Champion, the most dominant woman in UWO, Nova Phoenix. Seems like all our champions here have issues with Brent Wall, but nonetheless, let's throw it back down to the ring to Chris Taylor.
I'll tell you something, Nova Phoenix hits like a freight train. I don't want to be in the way of that one. So, you ready for your next contest?
Yeah!
All right, we're going to keep this going. This next contest, it is scheduled for 1 fall!
I need 1 for 5.
Baron of Blood, Lucian Loveless, making his way to the ring with his charge, the RDW Iron Man champion, the Wolf of War. We saw the Wolf of War make his debut in UWO at our last show, and he defeated in his debut the RDW Iron Man champion in Father Padge. What a match that was. What an impressive first outing for the Wolf of War. Lucian Loveless has found himself a killer in that ring, and he has stepped foot there once again to defend that RDW Iron Man Championship. You've got to be an Iron Man to hold that belt. You've got to be willing to take on any comers and go through anything. And here comes the Majestic Championship Wrestling 24/7 on-call champion, St. Louis native Skids. Skids spent a little time away from the professional wrestling world, has just returned with the past 6 or 8 months or so, but has found great success at Majestic Championship Wrestling, capturing that 24/7 on-call championship. You have to defend that title anywhere, any place, against all challengers, and that's exactly what's happening tonight against the Wolf of War, the RDW Iron Man champion. A headbutt to the chest there by Skids. I don't think that did much damage. Those protective plates on the chest of the Wolf of War. Now bouncing off all 4 corners is Skids, and still nothing to knock the big man down. Here comes the Wolf of War, turning Skids inside out, almost sending him to the outside. Lucian Lovelace is proud. Caught now here, just eating the clubbing forearms between the ropes. The Wolf of War just merciless here in this beating of Skids. Skids didn't even get the opportunity to get started in this contest. Now he lands out at the feet of Lucian Lovelace. Not exactly where I'd want to be in a type of contest like this. Wolf of War now out on the floor with Skids. What's the Wolf of War have in mind here? A chop across the chest, dropping Skids flat. I mean, all the air had to be knocked out of that body. Tearing the shirt now, delivering another one. Just a little ease of access there for the Wolf of War. Brixton Barricade coming out to check on Skids, rightfully so. He's just been beaten pillar to post really before the match even began by the Wolf of War, but that's what it takes to be a champion here in Red Dirt Wrestling. We're now picking up Skids. Skids just low-blowed the RDW Iron Man champion. Blatant disqualification. Brixton Barricade calling for the bell, signaling that low blow. The Wolf of War getting kneed in the side of the head now. He is the winner of this contest. He doesn't look like it right now as Skids puts on this side headlock. Wolf of War sends him down straight to hell. And Skids is rolling out. Neither title here changing hands as a result of the disqualification. The Wolf of War still technically walking away with the win, though. Skids making his way out with his Majestic Championship Wrestling 24/7 on-call championship. The RDW Iron Man champion, the Wolf of War, standing tall in the center of the ring. Not the way he wanted to win, but he's a winner nonetheless. Lucian Lovelace has got to be proud, and he's got to be planning the next defense of that RDW Iron Man Championship. Who will it be? Only time will tell. Let's throw it back down to the ring with Chris Taylor.
Ooh, I'm feeling that one. Anyone feeling that one? Yeah! Oh, wait, and a match, y'all doing all right tonight? Yeah! Brilliant, brilliant. Y'all ready for your next contest? Yeah! All right, we're gonna keep this going. This next contest is scheduled for 1 fall!
Music can only mean one thing. The elegant Jason Simon making his way to the ring in RDW action for the first time, a product of the DG Dojo and UWO Unified Wrestling Oklahoma's training school. Now stepping into a Red Dirt Wrestling ring for the very first time in a first to 50 series match here. Jason the Elegant has taken some sort of umbrage with Mascara La Parca and challenged him to a first to 50 series. coming alive before MLP even makes his way to the ring. A former RDW Ironman champion, as you see on your screen right now. He held that championship for quite some time and fought very valiantly. Now the Mexico City native squares off with Jason Simon, the elegant one himself, in this first to 50 series. Still ongoing, long running. Jason Simon leading this series, I believe, 7-6. 43 wins still separate Jason the Elegant from his ultimate goal of proving he is a far superior competitor than MLP. This crowd at VFW Post 9265 is electric tonight, especially for their man MLP. Is being backed into the corner right now out of the tie-up by Jason Simon, showing off some of that strength. Hansen having a good time. Perhaps he's not taking Jason the Elegant too seriously here. Might be a grave mistake. We already saw that power and technique on display earlier in this contest. Jockeying for position, MLP getting the better of this one. Ooh, and a big, heavy-handed chop. Dead center of the chest. Jason Simon not happy about that one. MLP having a little laugh about it, though. This crowd really behind MLP, and now Jason Simon as well. Coming behind with that waist lock. MLP having a little party time and a little hip thrust there to create the separation. Jason Simon coming in, jamming his foot, though. He kicked that middle turnbuckle, going to kick MLP in the midsection, jammed that knee up. That might be a difference maker as this match goes on. MLP into the corner by Jason Simon, reverse there. Jason Simon again, big clothesline in the corner. The first one worked so well, might as well go for another. Now a series of kicks. Just one, excuse me. Now sending MLP off. Taking a moment to cheer the fans here. Now he misses that splash. His head whipped off that top turnbuckle there. Bit of whiplash, perhaps a concussion going on for Jason Simon. Moving out of the way. Very smart move, though. Going for that roll through, excuse me. Super kick. That might do it. 1, 2. Only 2 now into a crucifix. Jason Simon back over. 1, 2. MLP with the crucifix again. 1, 2. Beautiful pinning combination there. Some scientific, technical wrestling from both of these competitors. Jason Simon building up that momentum for that knee. 1, 2. Out of the pinfall. 2 count. Says Brixton barricade. Jason Simon taking a bit of umbrage with our official here. Argue your point all you want, Jason, but I'm not sure you'll be able to change his mind. MLP with the roll up here. 1, 2. Only a 2 count again. MLP sends Jason Simon off the ropes. There's Jason ducking the line. Going for a kick. MLP catches it. Jason pushes off using that leg strength. Now an enziguri to the side of the head. You saw Jason Simon's shin bone connect with MLP's head. Jason saying he's done. The elegant one making his way to the top rope, it looks like. Keep your eye on MLP, though. He's stirring. Very crafty veteran is MLP, making his way to the corner as Jason stabilizes himself and sends him down to the mat. A bit too long to gain his footing up there. And that's all it took for MLP to capitalize. Now a rear chin lock being applied. Stretching the spine. Opening Jason Simon up here. What's MLP having? He's tickling him. This is sadistic torture by MLP. Tickling Jason Simon. Jason Simon with a kick, though, to create some separation. Another enziguri, that time the foot meeting the head as opposed to the hard shin bone. Into the cover. 1, 2. 3. There it is. That foot might have knocked MLP unconscious. He is still not moving. Your winner, Jason the Elegant Simon. And Jason just pushed our official Brixton Barricade, sent him head over heels there. Apparently, he didn't want Brixton Barricade touching his arm to raise his hand to signify him as the winner. Perhaps a bit of a germaphobe is Jason Simon. Brixton Barricade, rightfully so, very angry with the situation. He's an official. Nobody should be laying their hands on UWO officials. It was uncalled for. MLP walking out the loser tonight. Jason Simon one step closer in that first to 50 series. Let's throw it back down to Chris Taylor in the ring.
I tell you, it's a wonder if MLP and Jason are getting tired of fighting each other. They probably will by the time they're done with this first to 50 series. But ladies and gentlemen, we're happy you could make it here at BMW Post 9265 here in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. I'd love to keep this going, but we've got to take a very short 10 to 15 minute intermission. If you need to, we have concessions out in the back. We've got candy, we've got pizza, we've got whatever you want.
Chris Taylor letting the folks here at VFW 9265 know where they can get their merchandise and concessions. We encourage you to join us out here at VFW 9265 Southwest 44th and Penn in Oklahoma City. It's a great time, whether it's UWO, whether it's RDW. The action is always hot here. And speaking of hot, hard-hitting, high-flying action, it is time for our main event of the evening. It is time for the Red Dirt Rumble. Chris Taylor to give the introductions.
Two wrestlers will enter, and after 90 seconds, another wrestler will enter. This will continue after all entrants are in the ring. Elimination occurs when a wrestler is thrown over the top rope and both feet touch the floor. The winner will receive an opportunity for the UWO Championship anytime he wants. Are you ready? Let's get started!
Enter and the rest enter in 90-second intervals. Our first entrant of the Red Dirt Rumble tonight, the leader of the regime, Glory be Merc. The Merxist leader looking to impose those tenets of Merxism on the crowd, either by choice or by force. Says sometimes violence is the only action that brings about change. And that's what he tries to prove every time he steps foot in a professional wrestling ring. His opponent tonight, the Heat Seeker, the OG Montego Sika, an Oklahoma wrestling legend, but don't let that terminology fool you. Typically, you think of legends, you think of people past their prime, legends of days gone by. That is not Montego Sika. Even though he has nearly 15 years experience in professional wrestling in the great state of Oklahoma, this man has only just begun to reach the prime of his career. He's found a new attitude that seems to be working for him, and he's going to bring that new attitude, that new fire to a man he is very, very familiar with in Merc. You see him asking Merc there, are we destined to do this forever? That's what it feels like with these two. Seems like this crowd beginning to accept the tenets of Merxism, or at least they respect Merc a tad bit more than they do the Heat Seeker. Tigo trying to convince Merc to do a backflip, but the bell rang. believe Tigo was going to try and push Merck over that top rope if he attempted it. It was a smart strategy, as that is how you eliminate competitors in this contest. They must be thrown over the top rope with both feet hitting the floor. Shooting Merck off the ropes. Merck with a big shoulder tackle there, taking Tigo off his feet. Leapfrog here by Tigo. Tigo hip tossing Merck. Merck very quickly back up to his feet. Arm drag now from Tigo. Now trying to throw Merck over the top. Merck out and over. 1 foot almost hit the floor. I don't believe it made contact with the ground. Our officials did not say anything. Now Tigo over the top. Can't tell if his foot hit the ground either, but Tigo now over the top rope. Merck biting the fingers, trying to cause Tigo to fall to that ground. Tigo very smartly hugging that bottom rope, making it hard for Merck to, he's got to get those arms and legs separated to push him to the outside. It's not going to be an easy task for Merck here. It's that experience of Tigo coming into play. But Merck very experienced in all kinds of wrestling, but especially battle royal type matches like this. Both men having constant experience over their careers. Tigo up and over in. Now big clothesline there, using that momentum to his advantage. Forearm to Merck. The countdown has begun for our next competitor. A chop there. You see Tigo keeping his eye on the entranceway, trying to figure out who the next competitor will be. The foreman, the Brass Knuckles champion of Red Dirt Wrestling, Red James entering the ring. A clothesline to Tigo. Now a series of forearms for Merck. Now going back and forth, corner to corner. Clothesline on Tigo, clothesline on Merck. Stacking them up in the corner now. What does Red James have in mind? Double splash there. Both men rocked. Now back in the center of the ring. Looked like Red James was trying to clothesline both men, but they formed a temporary alliance there. Back elbow to Red James. Now trying to send Red James up over the top. Red James very smart there, hugging that top rope, not wanting to go over, trying to prevent his body weight from being sent over and momentum carrying him to the floor. Now Tigo and Merck trying to send Red James to the outside. Red James creating the separation. Tigo now in the corner. Merck trying to recover from a couple of elbows there, courtesy of the foreman. Now a boot to the shoulder and side of the head. Red James, the only man standing in this contest. Punch right to the chest of Merck, perhaps going for some sort of a heart punch variation. I wouldn't be surprised with Red James to try to implement such a move as our countdown continues. Our next entrant in this contest, it's MLP. He just took a loss to Jason Simon a few moments ago, but he wants a shot at the UWO Championship, rightfully so. Now taking it to Red James, some forearms, a chop to the chest, a chop to the stomach. An equal opportunity offender is MLP. Now choking Tigo in the corner, trying to make an alliance with Merck. Merck having none of it, answering with a snug kick there, right to the thigh, causing cramping in the thigh. MLP adopting that same maneuver Red James did, trying to hug that top rope to prevent himself from losing his standing there. Didn't work this time as Merck sends him all the way over. MLP now with a foot in the face, just hanging on for dear life in the Red Dirt Rumble. James eating a chop in the corner from Tigo, now one from Merck, almost being ping-ponged back and forth between the two. MLP on the outside, catching his breath for a moment, sliding under that bottom rope. He is still in this contest. You have to be thrown over the top rope with both feet hitting the floor. Red James in that back corner with Merck, using his legs to hug the top rope as Tigo delivers a big forearm to MLP. The action is all over the place, and we're only adding more competitors as we continue. The countdown is on. Mr. Mid-South, as you see, suffering a loss earlier today, but to the UWO champion, the Oklahoma Strangler, Christopher Morrison. Very strong showing there from Mr. Mid-South that he's on fire already. You know he's taken it to the UWO champ once. He would like that opportunity again, and he would like to do it with the UWO championship on the line. Merck eating some punches here, courtesy of Mr. Mid-South. Same for Red James, now just working in a counterclockwise motion around the ring. Arguably a pretty sound strategy by Mr. Mid-South, but MLP turning it around. Merck and Tigo going at it as we should expect at this point. MLP thrown over the top. Mr. Mid-South with the first elimination in this contest. MLP is out. Mr. Mid-South now raining punches down on Red James in the far corner, in the close corner here. Merck and Tigo. Merck trying to eliminate Tigo, excuse me. Series of clotheslines there from Mr. Mid-South to Red James in the corner. James trying to stagger away, find a bit of reprieve as the countdown starts. Remember, Tigo and Merck, the first two out there. Red James, the third man out. Cade Fight, Jack Smirking Revenge representing the Fight Club in the ring now. With some forearms to Tigo trying to eliminate the OG. Throws him back into the corner. A series of punches here. A very adept striker is Cade Fight, training in various martial arts. Merck cutting Cade Fight off there. Any momentum he had stalled. No. Twist of fate on from Cade Fight, excuse me, to Merck. That swinging cutter. He's going for it again on Tigo here. Swinging under, beautiful cutter there. That twist of fate. Now trying to clothesline Merck over the top rope. Merck having none of it. Just catching himself on the top rope. Oh, neither foot has hit the floor now. Our camera op's getting a very good shot of that, trying to see if Merck has been eliminated. Cade Fight now peeling off his shirt, deciding it's time to get to work in this contest. Cade Fight now sent over the top rope by Merck. These two trying to eliminate each other. Fight laying flat there, though he's hugging the ropes again. Very smart strategy we saw Tigo employ very early on in this contest against Merck. Big open hand palm strike there to Mr. Mid-South. Now Mr. Mid-South being sent over the top rope, but rolling back in that ring. Cade Fight now on Merck. Who is the next entrant? Cam the Coda. I was, of all the people I was expecting to see in the Red Dirt Rumble, Cam the Coda was not one of them. Making not only his RDW debut, his wrestling debut. I guess he just wants a shot at that UWO championship, and he's found a partner in Red James. Well, that's not a way to keep friends, Coda. The Coda brand has been eliminated. Cam the Coda making his way to the back. Not sure exactly what happened there. He thought he might be able to sneak in and walk out with a UWO championship match, but Red James was having none of it. Keep your eye on Merck there, trying to eliminate Cade Fight as Red James, I think, is just trying to separate the shoulder of, of Mr. Mid-South. South now trying to return the favor and eliminate Red James. Cade Fight trying to eliminate Merck in the far corner there. You see Merck with one leg already draped over the top rope as the countdown continues. More competitors entering this contest. Oh, that selfie stick can only mean one thing. Marvelous Mike Andrews is here with defiant Derek James. 21-year-old competitor, 6 years experience as a professional, and immediately going to work on everybody in the contest, working counterclockwise, similar to what we saw Mr. Mid-South doing, a very smart strategy, evenly dispersing his offense against all competitors in the match, but especially some animosity there towards Red James. Red James now working on Cade Fight before being attacked by Merck. These two have a long history with each other all across Oklahoma, Tennessee, you name it, and they're just having a hockey fight dead center of the ring here. Now into the corner, Merck with some boxing shots and a heavy judo chop. The martial arts influence on display from these competitors. Derek James almost going over the top there. Tigo stomping away at Red James in the corner. Cade Fight thrown out, but his feet did not touch the floor. We've got an official there looking. Wait a minute. Does Marvelous Mike Andrews know something we don't? He's just standing there by that entrance. Of course. The sober slugger, Lethal Leo Fox, Mike Andrews' other charge, coming to the ring. Look at Tigo just getting rocked by that clothesline initially. Leo Fox is laying waste to everyone in this contest. Mr. Mid-South eats a clothesline. Merck eats a clothesline. Derek James thinks he's tough enough. He's about to find out. Mike Andrews reminding Leo and Derek about the plan. Everything's going according to the plan. You got to give the people what they want. They want to see a team of Derek James and Leo Fox united, and that's what they are, as they're just stomping away at Tigo and now Merck. Red James and Mr. Mid-South still in this contest as well. Derek James and Leo Fox working to eliminate Merck. Tigo being thrown over the top by Mr. Mid-South, but he's holding on to that bottom rope, not eliminated just yet. Countdown clock has begun again. 7 men in this match currently. Here comes Lucian Loveless with the savior of suffering, Malachi. Former AIWF World Tag Team Champion in Malachi. Very accomplished tag team competitor, throwing his name into the Red Dirt Rumble, trying to earn a shot at the UWO Championship, and the Oklahoma Strangler, Chris Morrison. Leo Fox now saving Derek James. The teamwork still going according to plan here for Lethal Leo Fox and Defiant Derek James. Keep your eye on Merck and Tigo here. Very smooth move from Tigo there, releasing from the top rope just for a moment as Merck tried to knock his fingers off the ropes, answering with a huge forearm. Tigo just saved himself in what could be a highlight of the night. Leo Fox creating a bit of a highlight reel moment there, posing for the cameras. Derek James working over Malachi in the corner. Merck and Tigo. Again, the feud, the rivalry that will never end. These two just constantly with bad blood and ill will toward each other. Trying to eliminate Tigo here in the corner. Tigo having none of it, holding on to the top rope. Mr. Mid-South joining the fray now, trying to help the Merkstus leader. Derek James and Leo Fox proud of themselves for the beatdown they've put on Malachi. Red James trying to stop Mr. Mid-South, getting boot from Derek James. Cade Fight delivering some forearms to Leo Fox now. Action happening all over this ring. Countdown beginning again. Who could be the next entrant here into the Red Dirt Rumble? The Stone Wolf, Duncan Kincaid, charming California's own, delivering a punch from the outside before he even makes it into the ring. Now a big one for Red James. Now he's trying to tie up with Leo Fox. That might not be the smartest move. An angry Leo Fox against the Stone Wolf. Now Malachi joining the fray, teaming up on Duncan Kincaid. Derek James and Cade Fight trying to eliminate I believe that's Merck, yes. In the back there, Red James and Mr. Mid-South and Tigo finally catching a moment to get his breath, now delivering an elbow to Duncan Kincaid, not giving him that same opportunity. Big punch there from Merck to Cade Fight, then to Leo Fox, now a clothesline on Cade Fight. James now. Merck's got him by the head. Again, trying to hug that top rope, trying to prevent himself from being thrown over. Red James fighting for his life here. Merck, Cade fight. Now Malachi joining the fray. 3-on-1, trying to eliminate Red James. Red James over the top rope, but not out to the floor. Malachi throwing Cade fight. Cade fight over the top rope again, not out to the floor, but that foot is dangerously close. If that left knee was not hooked around the ropes, Cade fight very well may be on the floor.
I'm the UWO champion.
What's the champion doing out here?
What am I gonna do? Fight myself? No. I'm gonna go sit over here with the jack off and watch.
I don't think that's very nice to refer to Brent Wall as that, but nonetheless, I won't repeat it on commentary. The Oklahoma Strangler coming out saying he has no interest in entering the RDW Rumble because what's he going to do, fight himself? A valid point, as Derek James is sent over the top here, almost eliminated, but delivering a punch to Merck and saving himself. Mr. Mid-South, though, right there on Derek James. Who is this shadowy figure? We've seen this person in this mask and overcoat interfered in Brett James's match with Malik Mayfield. It's like he's haunting Red James. Seemingly offering a chair to Red James. It cost him his last match and seemingly offering him a way to win in this one.
Watch out, Red!
James better keep his eyes out. Here comes Tigo and Leo Fox. Red James eliminated now, squaring off with this shadowy figure as Jason Simon enters the contest. Stealing Chris Taylor's water. Red James never has a water bottle of his own. Jason Simon into this contest, working on Malachi straight away. Everybody else in this contest has been in quite some time. They're trying to take a moment, catch their breath, figure out what's going on. Jason Simon straight after Malachi. He wants that UWO championship shot. Merck and Leo Fox. Oh, Merck, excuse me, I thought they had a partnership going. Merck taking out anyone and everyone. Cade fight, Derek James, Leo Fox, it doesn't matter. Just repeated knees to Derek James' face and a running foot stomp, just washing across the face. A Cade fight and a pinpoint drop kick to Leo Fox. Glory be, says Merck. Trying to eliminate Leo Fox. Leo over the top, but he became ensnared in those ropes. That might have been the only thing that saved him, those middle and top ropes intertwining with Leo's arm in between. Countdown beginning here as Jason Simon still on top of Malachi, trying to eliminate him from this contest. Brixton Barricade? I know he had issues with Jason Simon earlier tonight, but is this really the way to settle things? Brixton shooting him off the ropes, and Jason Simon is eliminated. Look at the fury of Brixton Barricade. Derek James, though, right in afterwards. And Brixton's been eliminated. It looks like it was a one and done for Brixton. Jason Simon pouring some water on him, waking him up. I think Jason took offense to the fact that Brixton Barricade eliminated him from this contest. And Brixton's giving chase to Jason Simon. Action continues in the ring as Tigo laying out Derek James and Leo Fox. I can't believe what we've just seen. Brixton Barricade entered the Red Dirt Rumble to eliminate Jason Simon. Next competitor into this contest, Frankie Lee making his RDW debut. He's got a picture. Frankie Lee do? Is that not a photo from his debut? Frankie Lee, a very interesting individual, by all accounts, but I'm not sure what he's getting from carrying this picture of himself to ringside. And now he's got a microphone.
Gentlemen. Give me 1 second. Hold on a second. Well, y'all need better microphones. Yeah. Pleasure to meet you, fellas. Frankie Lee. So, ladies and gentlemen, Oklahoma City, come on, experience the greatest African American talent you have ever seen. On my debut, no less. So, I need y'all to look very closely at this beautiful photo, right? You are experiencing greatness. This is the history-making moment of Frankie Lee's debut. Y'all can go over here and get just one of 10 of these 8x10 photos right on that stand. $8. And then
Looks like Tigo and Leo Fox here have had just about enough of Frankie Lee's talking. Good guy Leo, making sure the frame and microphone doesn't get broken. Tigo just wants to take his glasses. And a kick to the back of the head, courtesy of the leader of the regime. Something tells me Frankie Lee won't be joining the regime anytime soon. Now a chop from Tigo, a chop from Leo. Looks like we've got a new formed alliance, but Stormy Renee entering as Frankie Lee is exiting. Stormy just stepping over the dead body, and she just speared her tag partner. Leo Fox and Stormy Renee have been tag partners and friends. And she just is willing to throw that away at the cost of winning this opportunity at the UWO Championship. Spear to Merc. Now Tigo's got Stormy up, shoots her off. Stormy coming around. Tilt-a-whirl head scissor sends Tigo to the corner. Stormy is fired up. Derek James ducking that shot, getting kicked in the face. Stormy trying to eliminate Derek James. Very smart move there, kind of spinning out so she can't be thrown over the top rope, but Derek James just picks her up and eliminates her anyway. Stormy Renee, an elimination of Leo Fox in that contest. Very impressive showing by Stormy Renee, no doubt, but nonetheless, she is eliminated, and we are down to Merc, Derek James, and Montego Sika. Next competitor getting ready to make his way to the ring. I assume his. We just saw Stormy Renee enter. Who knows? Majestic Championship Wrestling 24/7 on-call champion Skids making his way back to the ring. Things didn't go his way. He had to hit a low blow on the Wolf of War just to escape the beating he was taking. Now he's looking to deliver a beating of his own, choking out Derek James in the corner. Skids, the freshest man in this contest. All of these other competitors have entered relatively early on and are feeling the effects of this contest. Skids back to the method of choking Merc, but Merc just raked the eyes. Derek telling Merc to get him. Merc telling Tigo to get him. Looks like Tigo's going to be the first one to make a move. Kick to the chest there, knocking Skids flat. Now another one takes him to his knees. Huge knee strike, nearly taking Skids' head off. Derek James likes what he sees. I think Tigo might have hurt his own knee on that one. Lucian Lovelace says one more time, bringing out the RDW Ironman champion, the Wolf of War. He had an impressive showing earlier until Skids low-blowed him, costing, bringing that match to a close, gaining the Wolf of War the win. Clotheslines for everybody. Derek James goes down now, and oh, look what we have here. Skids unable to be saved by a disqualification this time. Now being sent over the top by Tigo, not eliminated though. Skids went under the bottom rope to hit that, to drape the Wolf of War's throat over. Tigo has been eliminated. Hold on, what? Drake Gallows is in the ring now. Are we having an additional entrant here? Power bomb by Drake Gallows. 1, 2, 3. I almost forgot about the Majestic Championship Wrestling 24/7 On-Call Championship, but Drake Gallows didn't. He saw his opportunity and he seized it. Now he's sent over the top courtesy of the Wolf of War. Derek James sending the Wolf of War out, now trying to just push him out with all his force, kicking the feet of the Wolf of War. Skids now on the outside, rolling up Drake Gallows. 1, 2, 3, another new 24/7 On-Call champion in Skids. He's not leaving without the belt he came with. A little refresher there, courtesy of Drake Gallows. Skids still not eliminated from this contest. Keep that in mind. 4 men remain. Derek James, Merc, the Wolf of War, and Skids. Skids now back into the ring. Not for long. Skids eliminated. Wolf of War now out over the top. Derek James saw his opportunity and took it. We are down to the final 2. Defiant Derek James versus the leader of the regime, Merc. Both of these men are beaten and tired. Derek James now being sent over the top. Merc wins! Merc wins the Red Dirt Rumble and has an opportunity at the UWO champion Christopher Morrison, the Oklahoma Strangler, at any time he wants. He just has to call his shot, and he has an opportunity at the UWO Championship. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us here at the Red Dirt Rumble. I am Diamond Jim James Southern. Wait, and there is our champion. The champion says, "This is my house and not today." But what a match we are going to see eventually between the UWO champion Christopher Morrison and Merc. Congratulations to Merc on winning the Red Dirt Rumble. Once again, on behalf of myself, Diamond Jim James Southern, on behalf of UWO owner Brent Wall, and everyone here at Unified Wrestling Oklahoma and Red Dirt Wrestling, thank you for joining us for the 2023 Red Dirt Rumble.